Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 16 updates and spoilers. Our house guests of the day are Lyric Vids NL and Kayla Jackson. So Lyric Vids, thank you so much for your awesome message, and they want to know, if I was on Big Brother, would I tell my fellow house guests about my YouTube channel where I make all these Big Brother videos? I think I probably would say that I make YouTube videos, but I might downplay which shows I cover and stuff. I'm not saying that people would like recognize me, because I really doubt anyone would. But you know, there is that off chance that there's a super fan in there who watches my videos, so I would rather tell everyone than have someone call me out, because that would be really suspicious and it wouldn't look good. And Kayla Jackson wants to know, which chat room do I chat in on the live feeds? I actually don't use those chat rooms. I'm more of a creeper. I like to read everyone's comments on the discussion forum on Joker's updates while I'm watching the feeds. And she also wants to know, who are our favorite and least favorite house guests of all time? So Mom has said that her favorite is Dr. Will and her least favorite is Willie Hantz. Good choices. Okay, it's so hard to narrow it down to one, so I won't. I'll say Dr. Will, Janelle, Brittany, I don't know. I have a lot of favorites. I can't go into all of them right now. And least favorite, maybe like someone from season 9. Like there was some real buzz on there. Alright, so let me know what you guys think in the comments. So yesterday they had the Power of Veto, and it was the Morph competition, one of my favorites, but Frankie won. And it turns out that Derek was only behind by 23 seconds. I guess he didn't try to throw it, because yesterday when he was in the room by himself after he had done his turn, he was saying how he could have done better, and a lot of people were thinking like maybe that means he threw it, myself included. But it sounds like now he was trying and he really just could have done better. It also sounds like Victoria was pretty awful, but that's not a surprise. So it looks like these jamokes may finally be realizing that they blew it with Frankie. They've had so many opportunities to get rid of him, and now he has the chance to just win his way to the finals, for real. So Caleb is like, oh Frankie boy, veto, HOH, veto, you've got to go. Then Caleb and, Cody and Derek go in the storage room. They're like, Frankie's impossible to beat. What are we gonna do? Maybe you could call him out or something, Cody. I don't know. You've had so many chances. And then Frankie is getting a little nervous about that button. He's like, if I'm HOH and have won the veto and something happens on Wednesday where I'm not safe because of that gold button, I'm gonna effing kill everyone. I don't like when people joke about killing each other. And about that, he's the one who wanted to press it. He was pushing for it hardcore, so he's got no one to blame but himself. So Derek and Frankie have a quick chat in the storage room, and Derek just like full out kisses Frankie's butt, literally bowing down to him. He's like, you're so amazing. Ugh. And then they agree, like, Frankie, you had to win this competition so that nominations wouldn't change, because then Caleb or Derek would have had to go up on the block, and that would suck. So Frankie is like, yes, I want to use this as an opportunity to show my loyalty to you guys, but like by not using the power veto, so then they can still get rid of Victoria. And Frankie's like, I got a huge target on my back now. I just have to keep winning. And Derek is like, well, if I win, you'll be safe. Will he though? So Frankie is already planting seeds for this Team America mission with the rodent, planting seeds during family dinner, which was tacos, in case you were wondering. It's pretty much always tacos, or fish tacos. So he's like, hey guys, let's have a sleepover tonight, and everyone's in agreement. Alright, moving on. So what I'm trying to say is he's setting everyone up so that they're kind of planning on being up all night anyway. So with that done, Frankie goes up to the HOH room by himself just to think about how great he is and to tell all of the feedsters and TVGN viewers about it. He's like, wow, 9 comp wins out of 17. That's over 50% accuracy. I'm a beast! He was seriously saying that out loud. So then he was counting how many comps everyone has won this season, and he determines that no one is even close to him. The closest one is like 5 or something. I think he was like leaving out other people's wins too. It was weird. But, you know, love him or hate him, up to you, but you have to admit, or at least I will, he is really good at competitions. For real. So he's telling himself and the audience he's a neon sparkly target and he has to keep winning now or he'll be done. He knows if he doesn't win the rest of the way through, he's probably going to be taken out. But then again, with this cast, maybe he won't. But he's already planning out this like crazy speech. I'm not sure if it's for the veto ceremony or if it's like a potential final 2 speech, but he's like claiming that he's carried the guys to this point in the game. Have you? Leave it in the comments if he's carried the guys to this point in the game or not. So Derek and Frankie, let's talk about Team America again. They meet up and they're deciding that they're gonna have the first rodent sighting around either 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. unless someone wants to go to bed sooner, because once somebody goes to sleep, it's game over on that task. So let's go back to Frankie's plans for the power veto speech. He's talking to Cody, and it sounds like Frankie kind of wants to make this hurt for Victoria. He wants to rub this in her face a little bit. So he's asking Cody if he should reveal the whole guys alliance to Victoria during his speech and be like, Victoria, you're going home. This is how it is. You suck. And Cody's like, that'd be pretty cool. I think you should do it. But then he remembers, well, something crazy could happen on Wednesday. They've pretty much figured out that the live show is going to be on Wednesday and Frankie could potentially be dethroned. So they kind of have an idea of what's going to happen. But then they both figure, well, she must know by now anyway, right? About the whole guys alliance. You would think after Victoria's been told 50 times about this alliance that she would know, but she just is in denial about it. So 2 a.m. comes and goes, still no rodent sighting, and Derek and Frankie meet up again, and it sounds like the diary room told them that they pretty much have to start this task around 3 a.m. because they need enough footage for the show. So 3 a.m. comes and goes. The mission doesn't start until 3:22 in the kitchen. Frankie's like, oh, I don't know, I kind of want like some bread or something. So he goes to one of the lower cabinets and opens it, and he's like, it was more ridiculous than that. And he's like, did you see that? Holy F, was that a rat or an effing mouse? The way that I wrote this, and I'm not wearing my glasses, I thought it said moose for a second. That would have been a big difference. But Derek immediately goes running once Frankie starts screaming. Victoria's freaking out. Cody missed the whole thing. He's in the diary room. But Caleb is on it. They tell him he's in charge. He starts like moving around the stuff in the kitchen. He's like pulling out the, I don't know what that was. Was that the oven or I don't know, something. The refrigerator? He pulled something out. I guess it was the refrigerator. He's like looking around for the mouse. And then they start talking about making traps. Derek has to convince Caleb because at first he's like, that's gonna take forever. I'm not doing that. Maybe they should watch some Mountain Monsters. Woo! And then, of course, the headlamps come back out. Remember when they were wearing those for the neighborhood watch patrol? They're back because it wouldn't be the same without them. So Victoria's trap is pretty interesting. She put some gummy bears and honey in the oven to make some sort of like sticky texture mixture thing for the rat or mouse or rouse to get stuck in, and it doesn't really work. So then Cody comes out of the diary room. Caleb's like telling him what happened, and he says, yeah, there was a rat that long back there, and it was like this big. I'm not kidding. Cody's like, oh my god, I'm so scared of mice and rats. So he jumps up on this chair. He's a wreck. So then, a little while later, Caleb's like, this ain't no Tom and Jerry. And Derek is like trying to pump him up because Caleb's in charge of this whole operation. And he's like, are you the guy that killed the pig with the stick or what? Because yeah, Caleb cannot stop bragging about how he like killed a pig or like a boar or something with a freaking stick. I can't believe people actually do that. It's messed up. So Derek makes this trap out of, I think it was like a Drake's coffee cake box and like a stick and some cheese. Okay. And then they go and request some actual mouse traps in the diary room. And then they're kind of bored with it. So they hang outside in the backyard for a while, play some pool, and then it sounds like people kind of want to go to bed. So Frankie goes back in the kitchen and spots the mouse again at 4:57 a.m. if you want to flash back. This time, it was under the sink, supposedly, and he was all, ah, ah, ah. So Cody's also in the kitchen, and he's right back up on that chair. He's like, guys, we need to catch it before it goes and tells the other mice to come here. Moving on, so then they come up with like this mouse patrol handshake. Okay, Caleb vows to catch the mouse before the end of the week. It's done. So they all end up going to bed around 6:30 a.m. So I guess that means mission accomplished for Team America. It sounds like it was pretty easy. I mean, they only had to keep that up for like 3 hours. That's crazy. So although they stayed up late last night, Big Brother was like, get up, you bums, this morning, because they had the power veto ceremony today. They usually have it on Mondays, but I guess since the schedule is all weird now because of football, they changed the live schedule too. So this morning, Derek pulls Cody aside. He's like, yeah, Frankie's not going to use the power veto, but it's all good. We're going to keep you, get rid of Victoria. So we actually got to see the POV ceremony on the feeds today. What? A lot of people were speculating that it's because this ceremony doesn't matter because they're gonna rewind on Wednesday. So I'm just gonna give you an abbreviated version. Both speeches, Cody and Victoria were like, I love you guys, you're like family, you're my best friends. Frankie, I don't expect you to use it on me, it's cool, you won, whatever. So then Frankie says, I've wielded a tremendous amount of power in this game. Never more so than this week. I'm not going to continue with that because I just threw up in my mouth and I don't want it to come out. So, you know how it goes. Frankie didn't use the power veto. So Cody and Victoria remain on the block, and one of them may or may not go home on Wednesday because they hit that rewind button. So tune in tomorrow for some kind of pointless, yet still hopefully entertaining stuff. So until then, much love.
Edit.